everyone, welcome into Old Mountain Bricks. Today we're going to be taking a look at a retired LEGO set from the Modular Building series collection. This is the Detective's Office. Set number 10246, containing 2,262 pieces. This set was released in 2015. So what we're going to do here today, we're going to do a quick time-lapse speed build, and I'll give you my thoughts of the building process throughout. After that, we're going to take a detailed look at the interior, and then I'll give you my final thoughts. But before we get started, if you enjoy this video, make sure you do leave a like, as it really helps the channel out. Comment below your thoughts on the set, subscribe, but let's go ahead and jump into it. There are a total of 18 bags in this set, 4 number 1 bags, 4 number 2 bags, 5 number 3 bags, and 5 number 4 bags. It also includes the instruction manual, a reddish-brown base plate, and 1 extra gray plate. Okay, and the first thing you always start off with on modulars of this age is all the tiling. Starting with the Parisian restaurant was the first time I actually had tiling, unlike the Palace Cinema. So the bottom of the plate doesn't really matter anymore, like it did then. So having the green plate there doesn't really matter. You start by building this fun pool table and putting in a lot of the details, like that trophy and window pieces and all of that kind of thing, over in the actual detective's office side of the build. And I love using all of these pieces. I think this color looks good, kind of like this light tan color, I believe. Then you start more of the tiling and start on the barbershop part for Al's Barbershop. It actually seems bigger than it is because once you start filling it in, it actually is quite a small build. I'm pretty sure this is one of the first LEGO sets that had an actual working mirror in it too, so that was fun to kind of see, and I didn't know what it was when it first came out of the bag, so that was kind of fun putting that together. And then off we go. We start working on some of the other minifigures and onto the second floor. A lot of other fun details. I love this floor in particular because I like putting together the actual detective's office itself. The little bathroom wasn't too exciting, but when you start using masonry bricks, it just feels more exciting, at least for me for some reason. So when you start actually working on that, it was a really fun part of the build, as you can see here, and then putting down like the swivel chairs and the details of a safe being built into the wall and the minifigures and the details with like the spinning fan and the nice printed pieces. Always need more printed pieces. It just is really nice. You then kind of start on this top section with one more floor with like a little studio apartment where the cookies are being made, and then like a skylight in for the roof. I do really enjoy that this building is like a split level building, so it's one is higher than the other. Really enjoyed some of the unique part usage of this set, especially in the roof here. And then we finish up by doing some of the details, but let's get a final look together now. Okay, and we have finished up the detective's office. So what we're going to do now is we'll take a closer look at some of the details, and we'll go through it floor by floor, and I'll show you some of the highlights of the set. And we'll start with some of the details of the exterior. I guess we'll start on the left. You can see some printed pieces for Ace Brickman, Private Detective, a printed window piece here. And down at the back, you see it's the Highlander. Right down here, some printed window glass pieces. It's like a little pool bar. Over to the side, there's like an alley going in between here, which is kind of interesting in order to get to the stairs near the back. You see Al's Barbershop with the brick-built owls and the little scissor piece right there. Some other fun play features of this set include the little newspaper stand out here, which you can open up and take out a newspaper. Somewhat of a new build when this kind of came out, so they like to feature that. The other thing we've got sitting up on the tiles right here are some cookies and candy, which I'll show you why that is when we get a little closer into the set and everything. But taking a look here, you can see it kind of uses like the dark blue and the light blue. You can see it also has some of those like grill bricks up here used kind of throughout the set to give it a bit more texture. Looking up front here, we've got like some mech hands built in, using kind of that greebling, I guess you'll say, for some of the details of the stonework. Up here, we've got some more details. This piece right here is the Unikitty tail in the dark bluish gray, which is a fun piece to have in there. And you can see kind of using the cylinders and the inverted slopes kind of going around as well. There's a better look at that hand mech piece. We also have a skylight and a fun water tower using like some gear pieces. And here's the back of the detective's office. The plate itself normally is brown. The plate I used to make it a Mills plate is kind of green, so you can see it kind of is a little different over in this section, but otherwise I think blends in quite nicely. But I think even from the back it looks pretty good. Well put together. It has a few flower pieces there. One of the other things I wanted to highlight real quick is that the skylight can look directly into the detective's office itself. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove some of the roof pieces. It is kind of in two parts. This part here, and then this part over here that has the water tower sitting on it is all one part that you can see like that. So it's technically two separate pieces when you remove all of that. As we take a look inside the interior of the detective's office, as the modular buildings came out, they added more and more details, with this one being one of the most detailed ones ever released, and also including a storyline, which we'll see start to develop. One of the main designers of the set, Jamie, also known from LEGO Masters, developed this set, and this was set during Prohibition. Prohibition of cookies and candy is the way he put it. So you'll see them making cookies and candy in secret up here in this top apartment here. You can see a little rolling pin on the wall with a little oven and some cookies in there, as well as on the table. Also a nice little cat in his little food bowl there. The hole right there goes down to some stairs, which we'll continue to explore. The next floor comes off in one piece as well, just kind of like this, where you can see some of the details of the exterior, such as the flowers and this little balcony. It has some removable ladder pieces, which can be moved and extended to allow folks to get out as like a fire escape. Here's the stairs that we just saw continuing down the row here. And you can see a fun little potted plant there leading into the actual detective's office itself. And a small like caddy corner bathroom, which can be opened kind of on an angle. And you can see it actually has a pull chain in it, which again was a new design when this first came out. And right here is the funnest part of the set, I would say, is the actual detective's office. As we look inside, we can see we've got the detective, Ace Brickman, sitting there with one of his clients. He's got a newspaper on his desk, a map, some letters. He's got a little fan up on a cabinet right here that can spin. You see his hat over on like a coat rack built in over there. He's got like some file cabinets. You can see he's got like a wanted poster back there. It's supposed to be crooked for your average minifigure, which is fun. He's also got a little portrait back here, which is a secret safe with a letter in it. Over here, he's got a little safe that's built into the wall that can be opened with a briefcase and some money inside. Inside that briefcase is a cookie, as he's trying to crack this cookie case in order to figure out who is smuggling these cookies around the Lego city. But it's a great looking detailed set with the lamp and just all the other things with the swivel chair and the magnifying glass. As we take a look at the first floor, it's kind of in two separate sections. There's Al's barbershop over to the right. There's that hallway we were talking about. Then the pool bar. It's got this nice little fan above it, which of course does spin. Oh, there we go. But it can be pushed out of the way to encourage play, of course. Inside, you've got a minifigure right there playing some darts. We've got a little pool table set up there with some interesting pieces and some snot bricks just to kind of make all of that work. Over here, you can see a trophy and that dartboard. This was with the first set the dartboard was ever included in as a printed piece. And over in the corner, you see some more pool cues and like the pusher. Forget what that's called. Sorry. Over here, you see a fun little Easter egg as a nod to the Palace Cinema back there with the little star for the Walk of Fame kind of up on the wall. That's kind of fun. You can see right down here, if I can get in there to show you, this little piece at the bottom can slide over. See that little hole there that just opened up? That is how you can smuggle in some of the cookies and the candy. I'll show you how that works in just a second. You can see the barbershop we've got over here with the barbershop pole and some hair or wigs kind of out front here. You've also got a little bench. No jumper plates or anything. Got a standard modular light post out here and then just a small little tree build. But no jumpers or anything out front. As we look inside the barbershop, nothing too unique. It's a very small space. You've got a broom up on the wall. You've got Al the barber cutting like a police officer's hair. Okay, now time for some of the fun parts of the set. And the other thing I forgot to show you inside that trash can was actually not any cookies, but the baseball cap, if you're able to see that. Reason that's important was back in the detective's office. You saw on the wall is the minifigure was wearing that hat. So, and just a plain smile. So that could be anybody. So it could be any of the patrons that are enjoying this fine establishment. Okay. So you remove the stairs that are on some jumpers. In here is a barrel. You can take out this barrel. I'll show you what's inside. That's where they are smuggling the cookies and the candy. For the folks making the cookies and candy upstairs, they smuggle it down the stairs. So the barrel can slide in and out between the two buildings, out the side door, out the back door, and be smuggled all through the LEGO City. It's a fun story that I think continues in some of the future modular buildings, which I hope to show you soon. So definitely interesting and fun part of the detective's office. Just, it has that iconic look you're looking for with a LEGO modular building. Not as iconic as something like maybe the Grand Emporium or like the Fire Brigade or Town Hall, but enough to where it has some of those details that you see and you're like, oh yes, the classic detective's office. And Al's barbershop, of course. It's called the detective's office, but it is technically two buildings in one there. So what are our final thoughts on the detective's office? There's a reason these sets are evergreen and always hold their value, if not double or triple in value for some of the modular buildings. Each one of these is unique in their own way and holds up well over time. The detective's office is no different. I was able to pick this up at the Bricks and Minifigs here recently that you saw. Make sure you check out that video if you didn't. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, this is my opportunity to build it new in box. It's going to be a great build experience. And that's what it was. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to share that build experience with you. And I think it's going to look great in our LEGO City. So if you ever get the opportunity to pick it up, I would recommend this set, of course. I love the storytelling, especially in this set. It's come a long way since the ones we've started on this channel before. Starting, I believe, with like Town Hall and such, and kind of going on from there. And I think I just love a lot of the detail. I love like the pool sign. I love that it's kind of two buildings in one. And of course, make sure you do stay tuned, because the next video we're going to find a place in our LEGO City for the detective's office. So that means things are going to be moving around. We've got some pieces that just came in, so we're excited to make some changes to the LEGO City. So stay tuned for that video. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, liking and subscribing helps the channel and allows us to continue to make great content for you. And until next time, thanks for coming by Old Mountain Bricks today. Have a good one.